Yo, what up, guys? It's your boy T Dub. What's blazing in sports? Yes, of course, I am back at it like a crack at it, giving you boxing geekers at work. Guys, listen, man, we're gonna jump right into it, get straight to the hot sauce. Don't got much time, 15 minutes or less. Give you my very best. We gotta talk about it. Hey, by the way, do me a favor. Smash that like button, guys. It is free, but it really helps the channel get it out there, get it out to the people. I appreciate it. Subscribe, smash the like, hit the notification bell. Now let's cook. This Saturday, we have Lomachenko, who is challenging Devin Haney. By many people, Devin Haney is clearly the favorite to win. But guys, even though people are picking Devin, I don't see this as such a lopsided fight like people are saying. People act like Devin's going to go in there and Deontay Wilder somebody, get him out there and just straight wash him quick. It's not going to happen. Can Devin win? Yes. Can Lomachenko win? Yes. See, that's the thing. Guys, when you look at Lomachenko, this is what I see. I see a guy that has aged in the boxing well, in a good way. He has the IQ, the little tricks. Like when a fighter gets older, they learn how to control the ring, do little things to younger fighters to make it a more difficult time to try to pull out a win. I think Lomachenko is comfortable in that ring. I think he's confident versus Devin Haney, especially when he said, now, if you agree with it or not, it is up to you. But when he said that when you look at Devin Haney, you're talking about his jab, he's like Ryan Garcia. Oh, his left hook. When you are a smart fighter or a good fighter, that shot's not going to work. He said that, listen, if you know about Devin Haney's jab, I know about Devin Haney's jab. So he's not going to be surprised about a jab. Now, I got to ask a question. Is the jab the only thing Devin Haney's got? Is he truly comparable, just like Ryan Garcia with his left hook? I'm going to say this. With the Ryan Garcia left hook, that is, I look at big risk, big reward. What do you mean, T-Dub? What do you mean? Well, see, it's a big risk when you lead with a hook anyway. If you're not as close and you lead with a hook, there's a big risk you can get countered. That's why a lot of people or coaches don't teach you to throw hooks from a distance. They teach you in close, tight hooks. But the reward is lands or can do some damage. Now, with Devin Haney, you talk about the jab. To me, the jab is offense, it is defense. It is offense because it can blind your opponent. It can land on your opponent. It can frustrate your opponent. It can stop your opponent. And also, if your opponent is trying to attack you and you keep a jab in his face, slows down his attack. Make him change his attack. The hook has more devastating power. Looks, feel harder. The jab controls the pace of the fight, the output of the fight. The different. Hold on, guys. All right, we still cooking. Now, is Devin Haney a one-trick pony? That's the question. That's what looked like Lomachenko trying to say, that he's like Ryan Garcia. You can take that away from him. Now, I'm going to say this. I do not believe Devin Haney is a one-trick pony. I believe Devin Haney is a very good, well-rounded fighter. He has good defense, good offense, good overall just stance, hand positioning, chin semi-tuck most of the time. The area that it appears that he is lacking in is the power. Yes, he got power to hurt people and mark you up, but the power of that can change worlds. Like when you look at Haney and you look at Ryan and you look at Tank Davis, Ryan and Tank, display the power that can really put you out of there. Devin showed that he has pop, but I haven't really seen that power that to just get people out of there. But it has to be respectable because nobody's just walking through it. Like Floyd Mayweather said, nobody just walking through it. But does he have more than a jab? Absolutely. Kid has timing. Kid has defense, offense. He's like, it's even when I look at somebody like Earl Spence Jr. Earl is a guy, or like a guy like Mikey. They have really good fundamentals, and a lot of times because you don't have nothing that's flashy. See, people looking for the flashy, right? The power by Tank Davis that is flashy. The left hook by Ryan Garcia that is flashy. The big right hand from Wilder that is flashy. But people overlook the just having really solid fundamentals. That's what make a good fighter. You got a good stance that protects you. Good chin, down, positioning that protects you. Lean body posture that protects you. Hands up that protects you. Working off the jab, keeping your right hand high. Using those fundamentals. Slipping shots, counter upper shots. Using the ring, not backing straight up. I think Devin Haney has a lot of weapons. They all might not be flashy, colored, and have glitter on them and stick out like a sore thumb, but they all make him a complete fighter. And the one thing about a jab, see, stopping a lead hook to me is easier than stopping the jab, because that's the first thing you learn when you start boxing. How to jab. And if you know how to use your reach and use that jab and keep it working like a $2 slut trying to make a buck, you can win a fight off a jab alone. A hook don't control the fight. Yes, it can change the fight. It doesn't control the fight. A jab, if you know how to work that jab, and it has to be said, you got to have good footwork and angles, because you can jab going backwards, you can jab going forward, you can jab in circles, you can jab left to right, and you can counter off the jab. The jab is better. It might not be looked at as a great, but it is better. That's why every fighter does it. And it's typically the first few shots a fighter throws is a jab. And even with that being said, this Lomachenko fight, guys, it's not going to be easy. It's not. Those angles and that head movement by Lomachenko, that's going to give him problems. It's going to give any fighter problems that fight Lomachenko. Now, if you have power like Tank Davis and you just got to clip him with one of them good shots and change the whole pace, then that's different. But Devin Haney doesn't have Tank Davis' level of power. The best thing for Lomachenko to do is keep moving right here, using angles. The best thing for Devin Haney to do is keep using that jab. It's going to be hard. I'm telling you, it's not going to be like that for Devin Haney. Lomachenko is not going to be there where Haney just walk in and clean this guy up. It's not going to happen. His head moves too much. It's hard hitting a target that moves. It's hard. And he's to the left 1 minute, and he's to the right 1 minute, and he's attacking here, and he's sliding over. Now you're on defense. Not an easy fight, man. Listen, I'm telling you right now, like, if I favor Haney, it's not by much. It's not by much that I would be surprised that a Lomachenko win. I wouldn't be surprised. He's a good fighter. The people that are trying to write Haney Lomachenko off, just trying to put Haney down. Lomachenko is in the best position, period. Why is he in the best position? Because the people put him there. They call him old. They said that Haney should just go in there and wash him out, which means if he put up any kind of fight and win, it's like the gates of heaven open up. He's been put in a position that if he lose, he's expected to. He was old. If he wins, he's not old no more. Give me Tank Davis. Think about it. Haney's is in the worst position. If Haney wins, he'd be the old fighter. If he lose, he lost to, it's basically, it's just not going to credit it's just not going to give Haney the credit. It's going to say that he was never that good. He never proved himself. Lomachenko losing, he's supposed to. Lomachenko wins, he's back. He's not old no more. He proved that he beat a young Devin Haney. He's ready. Now I think he's 50-50 versus Tank Davis. That's what's going to happen. Lomachenko's in the best spot possible. He's in the best spot possible because he's in a fight that he can actually win. And from what I've seen from Devin Haney, yes, I may slightly edge him to be able to win this fight, but there's nothing that's confidently that can make me think that he's going to go wash Lomachenko up. I can see, honestly, the first 6 or 7 rounds being tough. Man, listen, I'm just trying to speak the truth. I'm trying to speak the truth. I'm trying to speak the 100% truth. That when this fight happened, this ain't going to be no easy fight. Round 1, who won? I don't know. Round 2, who won? I don't know. Devin trying to stop the jab, but Lomachenko was able to use some angles and get in some shots himself. It can be a lot of very, very, very close rounds. And if Devin Haney does what people want him to do, he has to go in there and knock out Lomachenko. Haney's not knocking people out like that. He tried to knock out Kambosos. What happened? Yes, he landed a lot of shots and he beat up Kambosos, but he got hit more often himself. If he go in there and just try to knock out Lomachenko, he can find himself losing that round. Because when you try to force something against a person who moves and angles, and don't forget he's southpaw, and the southpaw fight more orthodox fighters, and the orthodox fighters fight southpaw fighters. The battle, if you ain't good with the battle of the footwork is going to be crazy. When I'm talking about footwork, I'm talking about the lead foot. See, Lomachenko been doing it for so long, he knows. Keep my lead foot on the outside. It's going to set up my 2 down the middle. It's going to set up my right hook around his jab. I'm gonna keep going to Haney's right all day. Get around that jab, shoot angles at him. This is not an easy fight. I really hope Devin Haney is not overlooking him. I really hope so. The one thing that I think I wanted differently out of Devin Haney, I think I wanted Devin Haney to acknowledge on how difficult of a task this is. That's what I think. That's just me personally. Because it's not that easy. It's not. Yes, you are bigger. You are taller, right? You are younger. But when it comes to experience, I still think Lomachenko, I know he hasn't been pro and had as many pro fights as Devin Haney, but I think this guy, from his amateur background and sparring and being a multi-division champion already in the sport of boxing, I think in Lomachenko, listen, he's a younger guy, not young guy, he's a smaller guy that's still agile, still combination. Listen, man, we got to talk about this. Matter light. We got to talk. This fight's happening Saturday. Today's Wednesday. Training is over. In case you guys don't know, training is over. It's over. There's no more sparring. There is no more working on anything new. It's all mental for these last couple of days. That's it. Mental. Mentally trying to do the things to make weight. Mentally trying to go over what you already went over. There is no getting better until fight night. Go back and watch the Haney fights. Go back and watch the Lomachenko fights. I don't see a clear domination. I don't see it. I can see a part. I can see Lomachenko taking control of this fight and using his age and experience to make it a tough night for Devin Haney. I wouldn't be shocked at the end of the fight. You know, we hear Devin Haney doing a speech, but you know, guys, I wanted to come out. I wanted to dominate. Jeez, man, because I got kicked out. I don't know what happened. Jeez, all right, let me go. I gotta go back to my job again. I was talking and lost connection for a minute. All right, guys. See, this is only supposed to be 15 minutes or less. I'm at work, but listen, I had to talk about this. You know, I like doing my shorts. That's cool, popping out a video, but every now and then I gotta go live like Channel 5, and give you guys this uncut, unedited, back at it, like a crack at it type of work. And off the top of the dome, please smash the like button for your boy T-Dub. What's Blazing Sports? But to go back, just to double back like a camel, to double back, is Devin Haney a one-trick pony? Lomachenko said Devin Haney is like Ryan Garcia. Ryan Garcia got the left hook. A good fighter can take that away. Devin Haney got a good jab. If you know about his jab, like Lomachenko says, I know about his jab. And I'm not gonna be surprised or unprepared for this jab that everybody keep talking about from Devin Haney. And do I think Lomachenko gonna be prepared as best as he could? I don't think he's stupid. I don't think Lomachenko got to where he had over 400 amateur fights and about 17, 18 or so pro fights and only 3 total losses amongst both of them. This guy going to do his homework. He's going to do his best to get around that jab, to slip it. I'm going to tell you, you want to know what he's probably working on? He's probably working on countering off of that jab. A good fighter always try to turn the best weapon against the opponent. Tank Davis done it brilliantly against Ryan Garcia. Ryan Garcia, big weapon, what was it? The left hook. What did he do? Counter it multiple times. Devin Haney, people say that his best weapon, which honestly, I think Devin Haney I think he's a solid fighter. I mean, like, there's not a lot of cheek in his armor. You know what I'm saying? The only thing that people can really point at is that he doesn't have game-changing power. And I don't think so. I know he might say he does, or because the people don't just push through it. And remember, I'm not saying he don't have power. I don't think he has game-changing power. Like a Ryan, you know what I'm saying, or a Devin. But he's a solid fighter. Defense, solid. Offense, solid. IQ, solid. Will to win, solid. Ring generalship, solid. Overall stance, defensive posture, solid. You know what I'm saying? Like, the dude has a lot of solid things. He does it. I like a lot of fighters. Like, I see some things in Devin Haney that he needs to work on as well. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes